All right, so now our goal is to round these two decimals to the nearest hundredths place. To the left, we have a decimal that we read 8 and 455 thousandths. And then this decimal we read as 10 and 472 thousandths. We're going to start with this decimal here. If we're rounding to the hundredths place, that means we're not going to have a number after the hundredths place. It's going to stop right there. So we want to look next door. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. Since it's a 5, we are going to raise the score to a 6. So we would say that our decimal rounded to the nearest hundredth would be 8 and 46 hundredths. Now over here, same thing, we're rounding to the hundredths place. Look next door, 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. It's a 2, 2 is less than 4, so we're going to let it rest. That means we can leave the decimal as 10 and 47 hundredths. If we were to compare these on a number line, 8 and 46 hundredths would fall just a little bit behind the halfway point of 8 and 9, because remember 8 and 5 tenths or 8.5 would be right in the middle. So it's really, really close to being right in the middle of 8 and 9. As for 10 and 47 hundredths, it would fall just before the halfway point of 10 and 11, because 10.5 or 10 and 5 tenths would be the halfway point between 10 and 11. So it's really, really close. 47, 48, 49, 50, it's 3 hundredths away from being in the halfway point. So that's where those two decimals would fall if you were comparing them on a number line.